2/28/2014. These are Earth-facing images from the SDO, guys. Now, we have not had a large flare since the X flare. It kind of put a lot of energy out, maybe building it back up. The surface is very active. Check this out. Now, 1990, there on the left is where we got the X flare. And one thing that's peculiar about it, if you notice, it is beta delta in the red arrow to the right. Usually you got beta, beta gamma, your alpha. So we have all four magnetic configurations on the surface of the sun. That may be when we had the X flare from that 1980, guys. Here's linear coming in. It's still about to do its arc as it comes back through. You got Venus and Mars. Now, guys, this is being underplayed way too much. And I'm going to show you some of the new images and enlarge them, and let's take a look at the debris field from this. Again, these are close-ups. This is Secchi. Now, I'm afraid we're going to be in some trouble on this one because we're looking at mostly a debris field. That is not a solid object. I'm going to point that out later. And guys, they're playing it down. What little information is coming out, they're saying it's going to be a bright meteor shower, possibly a meteor storm. Guys, I've been watching this thing for 5 or 6 years, this satellite. Not one meteor shower or meteor storm has ever shown up on this satellite or any Secchi satellite. If you've ever seen one, let me know. You never have. They're too small. This is a gigantic debris field, 2.1 million miles wide. That's what we're dealing with. That's why they're downplaying. Now, guys, as this thing gets closer, the heat's going to get on anybody reporting it. I'm going to go ahead and give you a warning now. The hawks are out. They're going to be watching. Look at this close up, guys. The brighter images on spots or stars. It's that cloudy debris field that I've got it as large as I can get it without total pixelation. That's 2.1 million miles wide. That's already been pointed out on the radar that was released. It's going in that direction, guys. And look at the outer fringes of it. It matches that radar map pretty accurately. Now, you're talking about 2.1 million miles. The Earth, you're dealing with 8,000 miles. Check this out. Look at the layers in that. Again, the bright objects are stars. It's the cloud in the center we're dealing with. Now, this is back in 2009 when this report came out. It was discovered in 2004 by an automated observing campaign, period of over 5 years. Again, look in the blue image, guys, at the debris cloud. Meteor showers do not show up on Secchi. Do not be told that lie. That's what we're being told. It says that thousands of particles could burn up in Earth's atmosphere. Yeah, we'll see. Again, here's your width on what you're looking at. And I went through different temperatures and stuff to try to see the different layers within this debris field, guys. A lot of that illumination is background, but it may still have a slight electrical charge. These are older images when it had somewhat of a tail left. Now it still has a small one, and you can see it in the gray Secchi images. And that tells us that it may brighten somewhat but on May the 6th is its closest approach to the sun in the arc that you're looking at. Now, this is current date. Notice bottom right, February 28th, today. Now, the first time that it goes over Earth, it's much higher. It's the second time. And you see that the blue line that changes from light blue to white. In the light blue, it's above the Earth's ecliptic, the center plane there of the inner solar system. When it goes to dark blue, it is just below that plane. Now, notice the timestamp as we advance. Now, there, when it crossed over the ecliptic, when it changed colors, we'll back that up. But notice that's May 24th. It's already crossed that. And on the radar map, remember we start entering the debris field. Let's go back to May 23rd, 24th, 25th. Those are the 3 days. Notice that. So there's not a long time before it. In other words, as it's passing, we're entering into that 2.1 million mile field. Let's pull it up and look at it from the side. Again, you see the colors have changed. It's below Earth by May 28th. See your timestamp? That's why they do that color change. Come back up. There, May 21st. From that angle, it appears that it's approaching the ecliptic. Go back up, and I'll show you what we're looking at on our Secchi cameras. Goes back up into that arc. You notice that we'll go all the way back. Now, in April, it's going to be there. That's not very far away. Come back. Oh, that's a week from now. It's going to be coming out of that arc to where it seems to be pulling down into the left. It will start to be coming down into the right. That's what we've been looking at. You remember, the Secchi images are not current. They're a couple of days old. It takes the processing time before we can see them. Again, there's your downward arc. May the 6th, close approach to sun. So you understand what I'm saying? At the 6th, when it's above the Earth, will be at one of its stress points. If there's any electrical charge left in it at that point, we could see it brighten, or a few days before that. The problem is it could disintegrate even more, but it looks like it's in a pretty wide pattern already. It's not bright. We are looking at a debris field. We're looking at a very large debris field. Again, they do not show up on Secchi. That would have to be so concentrated. And you know it's going to be a mixture of different size objects in order to even be seen on that camera. Again, May 23rd, that's the date they're saying we're entering. Check this out. May 24th is in the center of that radar. May 23rd, see it going across, see it crossing the Earth's plane. So there's not a lot of time there, guys. One of them, we're going to see it come through. As it's diving down, we're going to start entering into a very big debris field. It's a heads up, guys. Now, at 1 p.m. Central today, we're going to do a Blog Talk show, guys. Don't miss it. I'll put a